And we'd like to welcome our television audience here to the Frederick C. Hamdi Assembly Center on the campus of Grambling State University. Taking a look at both the men's and the women's record. Of course, you take a look at the men right now. Grambling State University is 9-8. Should say 9-8 in the conference, 15-15 overall. Alabama A&M, who's not eligible for the tournament, 4-13, 5-26 overall. Starting lineup for the Grambling Tigers: Ivy Smith Jr., Nigel Ribeiro, Dallas Polk-Hilliard, Axel Empoyo, Xavier Park. And, of course, you look at the seniors, Alex Empoyo, Nigel Ribeiro, both seniors, and they'll get a chance. They had a chance to be honored here earlier.
Absolutely. I was able to watch their, ceremony, and the vibes and the love that they got from the teammates as well as the crowd. They're definitely going to be missed when everything is all said and done.
Let's take a look at the starting lineup for Alabama A&M University. They'll start Andre Kennedy, a 6'7" senior from Albany, Georgia. Brandon Miller, who is a 5'11" sophomore from Harvest, Alabama. Brandon Wright, a 6'2" sophomore from Birmingham, Alabama. Brandon Powell, they got a lot of Brandons on the team, a 6'3" freshman from Huntsville, Alabama. And then they all start Shaquille Seville, a redshirt sophomore, 6'9", out of Palm Bay, Florida. So those are the starting lineup for Grambling and for Alabama A&M Universities. Of course, I just want to mention this here, but I think it's the first time that I have done a basketball game where 3 of the 5 players starting all name were Brandon.
That's definitely a rare sight to see.
Nigel Ribeiro getting a great ovation from the crowd here at the Frederick C. Hamdi Assembly Center. Ivy Smith, who's been a mainstay for this basketball team, he's a junior. He's going to be coming back. You just see Axel Empoyo, if you're watching GSU TV, being introduced to the audience. And then Xavier Park, also a senior here today. And Park, of course, the big guy in the middle, 6'10" senior from Miami, Florida, came over with Coach Jackson. And so now when you look at these 3 guys, these are the 3 guys talking about: Nigel Ribeiro, Xavier Park, Alex Empoyo, all who played some instrumental parts. And I talked to Coach Jackson about Xavier, and one of the things he said is that his game is really, really starting to come around now. He said better late than never. Really had a big game against Alabama State.
Absolutely. Better late than never is absolutely right, especially with the tournament coming up. So definitely need to get in the zone right now.
Last time that these 2 teams played was at the beginning of the season. They played at the beginning and then at the end of the season. The men lost that game 65-60 in overtime. And then after that, they lost against Southern, but they lost against Southern, but went on a 3-game winning streak, which included wins at Texas Southern and against Alcorn State University. Opening tip controlled by Grambling State University, and we are underway. Final regular season game of the 2018-19 campaign. Tournament starts on Tuesday. Where will teams go? We do not know yet. Lots of basketball to be played. Here's Dallas Polk-Hilliard. Shot is up, no good, and ball is tipped around and brought down by Alabama A&M. Andre Kennedy with the basketball. That's going to be an offensive foul.
Great job by Ivy Smith, hustling back on defense, getting in position to draw that charge.
Andre Kennedy with his first personal, and it's the team's first. 19:32 remaining here. Opening half between Grambling and Alabama A&M. As we told you, A&M, of course, with the NC2A sanctions, not eligible for the tournament. They've lost 7 in a row. They started out 4-6 in conference play. They've lost 7 in a row. So the last spot was up for grabs between Southern and Valley, and I do believe that Southern has grabbed that spot. So now it's just a question of where teams will go coming up on next week. Some teams have already traveled and said they're not going back to campus. They're just going right to their next site. Here's a shot by Andre Kennedy. Up, no good. Rebound by Dallas Polk-Hilliard. Well, that's going to be a steal by Andre Kennedy. Bad pass there by Bulldogs with the basketball. Powell controlling. Now we'll go inside to Seville. Stepped out of bounds. Grambling trying to steal the basketball. Stepped out of bounds, and it will go back to Alabama A&M. So depending on what happens at Jackson, because Alabama State right now, they're also 9-8. if they can beat Jackson, that could help out Grambling tremendously. That's going to be a shot clock violation. Grambling basketball.
Grambling defense not letting up, staying with the ball, staying with every movement, able to force a turnover right there.
We're going to be getting some information.
It's going to be a foul against number 11, Brandon Wright. His first.
Going to be Grambling ball out of bounds. And Xavier Park.
Grambling coming up with a little bit of full court pressure now.
Alabama A&M with the basketball. 2-0, Grambling on top. A&M with the ball inside. Shot up, no good. Xavier with the rebound. Nigel Ribeiro controlling. Ribeiro drives inside the paint. And he got it to Ivy Smith, and he lost control of it, and coming away with it is Shaquille Seville. 6'9" from Palm Bay, Florida. Shot up, and they're going to count the bucket. It's going to be a blocking foul on Xavier Part, it looks like.
Xavier Part was in position, but got there just a little late.
Andre Kennedy will go to the free throw line to shoot one rather. Free throw is up and good. Oh, boy. That's going to be a foul there. Yeah, that's a little bit of a blocking foul there on Axel.
Yeah.
First foul on him. That's the second team foul. Andre Kennedy with the basketball.
And they're moving the ball around now.
Shot is up and good by Brandon Powell.
And
his first 2 points of the ball game.
And them working their way to the inside now. I'm going to have to come with an answer for that if they want to stay in this game.
And the ball goes out of bounds. We do know that Prairie View will clinch as a share of the SWAC regular season title for the first time since 2003. During that time, Jerome Francis, I believe, was the head coach of the basketball team at Prairie View A&M. And when he took that team over, it was just, they had not been used to winning, really, really bad. In comes Jerome Francis. He had a player named Greg Burke. Here it comes Ivy Smith with the bucket. In comes Greg Burke, great player for Prairie View A&M. They won the conference title in 2003, and now they won a share of it now 16 years later in 2019.
Way to make me feel like a baby. 2003, I was like 5 years old.
Thanks.
Way to make me feel young.
Yep. Oh, it's a turnover there by Alabama A&M. Grambling trying to control it. Dallas Polk Hilliard steps on the inline and goes out of bounds. We have a timeout on the floor. 5-4, Alabama A&M on top. 15:41 remaining here in this first half of play. We'll take a timeout. We'll be right back here on the Grambling Sports Radio Network.
Official Grambling State University app is here, and the features make it 100 times easier for you to navigate through the semester. Get direct access to your grades, student email, your Tiger One card, news, the KGRM radio station, campus events, local weather, and more. There's even a map that'll show you exactly where you are on campus so that you can get to where you need to be. In your free time, you can stay up to date with the latest social media posts from the Grambling State University, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. So head over to the App Store and download the Grambling State mobile app today.
The world-famed Tiger Marching Band presents Click It or Ticket. Drive sober or get pulled over.
Back here at the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center here on the campus of Grambling State University, the Grambling Tigers trail by 1, 5-4 early on here in the ball game. 15:40 remaining here in this first half of play. And just to kind of give you an idea of the records right now, all eyes will be on 2 games tonight. Well, 3 really. Texas Southern will play Southern tonight. Prairie View will play Alcorn. And we know right now Prairie View is they're going to win the conference because they're 16-1. Texas Southern can't catch them. Here's a 3-pointer on the way, no good. And Axel Empoyo with the rebound. Grambling is at 9-8. Pine Bluff is at 9-8. Jackson is at 9-8. Alabama State is at 9-8. So a 4-way tie there for third. If Pine Bluff loses, Grambling has to hope that Jackson possibly loses, but this is going to be really tough down the stretch. Right now, Grambling is positioned ahead of Pine Bluff. Shot up, no good. Andre Kennedy with the rebound. Nice rebound there by Walter Jones, the junior from Greensboro, Alabama. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Ivy Smith with the rebound. Inside, Xavier Park goes inside, shot up, no good. Gets his own rebound though. Goes back up for the shot, no good, and he goes to the free throw line.
Big man doing big man things on the inside.
Miller is going to pick up that foul. Don't want to say Brandon since there's 4 of them. There's Brandon Houston, Brandon Powell, Brandon Wright, Brandon Miller.
A lot of Brandons.
I was actually talking to one of the announcers, and he says at one point all 4 Brandons were in a ball game that he was broadcasting.
We'll see if that happens here tonight.
Shot up and good by Xavier Park. Alabama A&M is averaging 61.2 points a game.
Ball goes out of bounds. It'll head back to Grambling.
Andre Kennedy leads this team in scoring. Talking about Alabama A&M, 12.6 rebounds a game. Jalen Reeder averaging nearly 10 points a game for Alabama A&M. Xavier Park goes in for the shot, no good. They call traveling. So it'll be Alabama A&M basketball. Andre Kennedy with it. Boy, Grambling nearly coming up with a steal. Nice defense by Grambling.
Shot up, no good by Ribeiro. Alabama A&M headed back the other way.
Coming up at halftime, we'll let you know how the breakdown of the women's basketball game. Another great night for Shekyla Hill, breaking the record and an assist in that shot up and in by Alabama A&M. Last time out, Ivy Smith led this team in scoring when they played A&M last time with 27 points in the contest. He was 10 of 13 from the free throw line. Three-pointer by Dallas Polk Hilliard, up no good, and the little general comes in and gets it. Here comes Ivy Smith. Kicks it back out to Alex Empoyo for three. Good! 8-7 now our score. Grambling on top with 12:30 remaining here in this first half of play. For Alabama A&M, this is their final game of the season. As we said, they are on NC2A sanctions and are ineligible for the tournament. So for these seniors, and A&M's team, this is it for them. Shot up, no good.
Nigel Ribeiro on the rebound. Going to look to set something up now for the Grambling offense.
Nigel Ribeiro, far side on the left. Now gets it to Dallas Polk Hilliard. He's backing down. Walter Jones, shot up, no good. And coming down the rebound for Alabama A&M, Brandon Miller. Steal by Ivy Smith. Smith goes in, gets the bucket, and he's fouled.
Hoop and the home.
Ivy Smith going in hard to the hole and getting the horn. 10-7 our score, 11:30 remaining here in the first half of play. We'll take this time out. Grambling on top and Ivy Smith going to the line. We'll be right back.
Testing technology that helps keep you centered in your lane. Boys, knock it off. It's great for long drives or family road trips. Is that a confetti cannon? That's it. Pull over. Big Al, give me the confetti.
Welcome back here to the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center here on the campus at Grambling State University. The Grambling Tigers right now on top of Alabama A&M 10-7, and Ivy Smith Jr. will go to the line for the Grambling Tigers.
A&M in the corner now.
Three-pointer up, no good, and that's Brandon Miller.
A&M gets possession of it once again off the rebound.
Nice job. Oh, missed an open layup. That was Prince Moss, a pretty pass by Ivy Smith Jr. And now Dallas Polk Hilliard gets a missed shot from Alabama A&M. And there's steal. Alex Empoyo now for three. No good. Rebound by Alabama A&M. Grabbing the board is Walter Jones, the 6'5" junior from Greensboro. Shot up, no good, and Poyo with the rebound. That was an ugly shot by Garen Sism, the 6'8 junior from Huntsville. He's actually a transfer from James Madison. Three-pointer by Prince Moss, good. Of course, James Madison really known for their football team. Been to the Division 1AA or the FCS National Championship game. A couple of years ago, they played against Youngstown State. Shot up and good. That's Sism with the bucket.
Nobody willing to give up an inch so far.
Ivy Smith Jr. drawing the foul. Prince Moss Jr. for another three, no good. Axel Empoyo with the rebound. Dallas Polk Hilliard kicks it out to Ivy Smith Jr. And he slows things down. Oh, there was 1 second. He didn't know how much time was left on the shot clock.
Ivy Smith looking to the bench, trying to see if they can set up a play. Didn't know that the shot clock actually didn't restart. Those are the little things that you got to be aware of when you're on the court.
Yep.
Because even though it may have looked like it hit the rim from his vantage point, that doesn't necessarily mean that it actually did.
Kick out to Walter Jones. Shot up, no good. Rebound by Alex Empoyo. Axel Empoyo, 6'8 junior from Meridian, Ohio. Oh, that's going to be a travel. One of the things that Coach Jackson spoke about is making sure that the guys aren't taking that step. And there, if you're watching GSU TV, you just saw it. But the propensity to take a step before putting the ball on the floor often causes the guys to travel.
It may not seem like it. I know a lot of guys have been guilty of doing it and not feeling it, but it's actually a travel.
Nice shot up and in by Walter Jones. And he has his first 2 points of the ball game. 14-11 our score. Grambling on top. 8:23 remaining until halftime. Malik and Donovan will talk about halftime. Have a few halftime stats for you. Devontae Jackson in the ball game now for Grambling. Ivy Smith Jr. kicks out to A.J. Gaston. Shot is up. Good. Nice wraparound layup by A.J. Gaston.
Good connection between Ivy Smith and A.J. Gaston. Gaston just goes right up and under the rim.
Inside pass. Brandon Miller now to Brandon Houston.
Ball was partially tipped by Polk Hilliard.
Sism with the shot up, no good. Brandon Miller with the rebound. We have a timeout on the floor with the score. The Grambling Tigers on top of Alabama A&M, 16-11. 7:34 remaining until halftime. We'll take this timeout. You're listening to the Grambling Sports Radio Network and watching it live on GSU TV.
The official Grambling State University app is here, and the features make it 100 times easier for you to navigate through the semester. Get direct access to your grades, student email, your Tiger One card, news, the KGRM radio station, campus events, local weather, and more. There's even a map that'll show you exactly where you are on campus so that you can get to where you need to be. In your free time, you can stay up to date with the latest social media posts from the Grambling State University, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. So head over to the App Store and download the Grambling State mobile app today.
The world-famed Tiger Marching Band presents Click It or Ticket. Drive sober or get pulled over.
Welcome back to the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center here on the campus of Grambling State University. The Grambling Tigers right now on top of Alabama A&M 16-11. 7:34 remaining until halftime, and Prince Moss Jr. will inbound the basketball. A.J. Gaston gives it back up to Nadra Bell. Now to Dallas Pokillier, top the key, left side to Prince Moss Jr. Now to Devontae Jackson. Devontae Jackson spins, goes up for the shot, no good. Right there and cleaning it up is Prince Moss.
Nice job having the awareness to see where that ball, anticipate where the ball was going, and being able to just jump right up there and put it right back in.
Alabama A&M 0 for 7 from long distance right now. They were 6 of 24 in the last time these two teams played. Grambling 6 of 16. Grambling was 6 of 24.
Alabama A&M can't get that to fall, but they do get their own rebound.
Oh, it's going to be, that should have been a travel. A.J. Gaston ties the ball up with one of the A&M players on the floor. It'll be Bulldogs ball out of bounds. For Alabama A&M, they were led in scoring the last game by Arthur Johnson, who had 16 points. Kennedy with 12 points, 10 rebounds in the game. And we still have not seen Jalen Reeder. Not sure if he's even dressed right now. Looking on the bench, I don't even see him out there. And he was their second leading scorer. Ball goes out of bounds off of Grambling.
It's going to stay right here. 12 seconds now left on the shot clock for Alabama A&M.
Andre Kennedy back in the ball game now for Alabama A&M. And Brandon Miller back in the ball game for Alabama A&M. He replaces Evan Wiley, the junior from Huntsville.
Jerome Sissom will also have a seat for A&M.
Brandon Wright with the basketball. Now gets it out to Brandon Miller. Three-pointer by Miller up no good. Brandon Houston with the rebound. Wright gets it to Walter Jones. Jones will take the three. Up no good. Rebound by Houston. Houston back to Kennedy. Now to Miller. Miller directing traffic. Looking to the inside. He's got Houston. And Houston loses the ball. It'll be a foul coming up.
It's going to be against A.J. Gaston. His first.
Coach Jackson not happy because Alabama A&M has gotten, 3-4 opportunities just to get rebounds.
Got to be able to control the defensive boards.
He's got that look on the face like, I don't want to go to the sideline if I have to come out the game.
Right.
Walter Jones nearly traveled. He was able to recover. Now to Miller. Miller goes up for the shot, no good. And Devontae Jackson with the rebound. 5:28 remaining in the first half. 18-11 our score. Prince Moss goes in for the shot, no good. (18-11) our score. 5:26 remaining in the first half. Prince Moss at the free throw line. First free throw is up and good. Prince Moss averaging 71% from the free throw line. It's pretty good. They will definitely need to shoot well at the free throw line tonight.
Got to be able to take advantage of the free ones.
Yep. 19-11 our score. 5:26 remaining here in the first half of play. Goes out of bounds off the Grambling, back to Alabama A&M. And the official holds up things for a minute. And then with the basketball now. 5:12 remaining in the first half of play. 20-11. Grambling on top. Brandon Miller with the basketball. Drives. Kicks it out to Evan Wiley. Shot is up, no good. Ball goes out of bounds off of Trayvon Bunch. A&M gets the ball back. Trayvon Bunch, 7'1" junior from Racine, Wisconsin. Had a chance to talk with him a little bit. Grew up in Racine and in the Milwaukee area before moving on to college.
5 seconds on the shot clock now.
Wiley with the basketball. Shot is up, no good. Prince Moss with the rebound. Prince Moss is a kid that has tremendous hops.
Yeah, he can get up there.
Devontae Jackson driving, shooting, up, no good. Rebound by Trayvon Bunch, and he gets the bucket, and Devontae Jackson got up a little bit slow. Looks like he's all right now. Ribeiro just told him to shake it off.
He fell, so I'm sure he doesn't feel good.
Yeah, the way he fell, too.
He got bumped, got his legs taken from underneath him a little bit.
You know, when you're 6'9", it makes a difference when you fall to the ground when you're up in the air compared if you're like 6 foot.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Andre Kennedy in the middle of the floor. They try to break the Grambling press. Oh, a near steal there by A.J. Gaston. Andre Kennedy fakes the shot. Gets it to Powell. Powell to Miller. Now back out to Powell. Powell looking for someone to pass the ball to. It's tipped out of bounds off of Trayvon Bunch. He stepped in the passing lane to deny Garen Sism the opportunity to get the ball. 22-11, Grambling on top. 4:19 remaining here in the first half of play. And now getting the basketball is Evan Wiley. Three-pointer on the way. Good by Brandon Miller.
That's their first one of the game. They're probably 1 for 11 now.
They don't shoot a ton of three-pointers. Well, they shoot them, but they don't really make them. They were 6 of 16 the last time that these two teams played. Nigel Ribeiro getting a little push-off. Here's Devontae Jackson. Shot up good. Smooth. Devontae Jackson going to the cup hard and getting the finger roll. Andre Kennedy now with the basketball. Kennedy from Albany, Georgia. Transfer from South Georgia Tech. Shot up, no good. Rebound by Prince Moss. Moss stops. Gets it out to A.J. Gaston. Oh, try to get the bounce pass. Luckily, he was able to recover. It was partially blocked by Sism. Prince Moss. European step. Shot. Good.
Gets the shooter's roll on that one.
Prince Moss already with 9 points. In the second half of the season for Prince Moss has really been impressive. Andre Kennedy with the shot up, no good. Foul coming up, and it will be charged to Grambling. It's going to be Trayvon Bunch with the foul. We have a timeout on the floor with the score Grambling 26, Alabama A&M 14 with 3:02 remaining in the first half. We'll take this timeout. We'll be right back.
give her a reason when I take her.
Welcome back here to the Frederick C. Hovde Assembly Center. (26-14) our score. Grambling on top. 3:02 remaining here in this first half of play. You're looking at the numbers. You were right. 1 of 11 for Alabama A&M from the three-point line. Grambling 2 of 6. Overall, 6 of 29 from the field for Alabama A&M, 10 of 23 for Grambling. Grambling outscoring Alabama A&M off the bench 15-4. (26-15) after the made free throw by Andre Kennedy. And if I had to choose probably that player that would get an all-conference nod from A&M, he'd be one of them. Really got his tremendous game. Lots of upside. He can get up and down the floor. Can play the two, the stretch. Obviously, very good at the three position. Nigel Ribeiro with the basketball. 10 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Now to Devontae Jackson. Jackson backing down the defender. Shot up, no good. Rebound by Andre Kennedy. As I said, Reeder from Kissimmee, Florida was Alabama A&M's second leading scorer. He is not in the game. Alabama A&M recovering the basketball after a turnover. Here's a shot up and no good by Sism. And it's recovered by Kennedy. Sism with the ball in the paint, goes up, traveling. (26-16) the score. Prince Moss with the basketball. Right side now to Nigel Ribeiro. Ribeiro now will drive the paint, kick it back out to Avi Smith Jr. He'll take a three, no good. And the rebound by Andre Kennedy.
So Grambling working the ball to the inside, ended up kicking it to the outside. That can be a philosophy that they take into the playoffs.
And then with the basketball, 15 left on the shot clock, 1:32 remaining in the first half. Shot up, good. Kennedy with the bucket. He now has 9 points in the ball game. He leads Alabama A&M in scoring. 26-18 is the score.
This is one thing you don't want to have happen going into the half of your Grambling. You don't want A&M to get into a groove and then come back into the second half with that same momentum.
Nice dish by Nigel Ribeiro to Xavier Park, and Park gets the bucket. 1 minute remaining. 28-18, Grambling on top. Here's Kennedy on the inside. Pass from Evan Wiley. Shot up and good. Ivy Smith gets it off to Devontae Jackson, up and good. 32 seconds remaining in the half. There is about a 1 or 2 second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. And a turnover by Alabama A&M. It's going to be an offensive foul. Dallas Polk Hilliard coming into the ball game for Grambling. And there's going to be a quick timeout. Timeout Grambling. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll take it right here, 30-20 our score. Now the shot clock will be turned off. Grambling can basically play for the last shot of the half. And if you're Alabama A&M, you had an opportunity to go out on the other side and just careless handling the basketball.
Absolutely, just careless handling the basketball, being too aggressive. Nigel Ribeiro right there in position, being able to take that charge. So now, if you're Grambling, you definitely want to play for one shot, because Alabama A&M was getting on a little bit of a run towards the end here. So you definitely want to try and drain out that momentum as much as you possibly can. Get one shot, and if it goes in, go with that momentum into the half.
30-20 is the score. 28 seconds remaining until halftime. And right here, if you're watching GSU TV, is an offensive foul And their head coach kind of arguing the call. Well, Dylan Howard really taking over a program that, of course, he had to recruit guys knowing that they were not going to go to the tournament or any postseason play. And it's always tough when you have to do that.
That's a very difficult thing to do because you want guys that want to play big time. You want guys that want to play in the tournament. You want guys that want to play, under the brightest lights on the national stage. So to be able to get guys, knowing that you might not be able to get them to that promised land, it's a tough task.
Nigel Ribeiro will just hold the ball out for the last shot. Of course, Dylan Howard, he was elevated to an interim head coach in May. Here is Nigel Ribeiro, loses the ball, 5 seconds remaining. Walter Jones with the basketball. He goes in for the shot, and it is no good. Halftime. 30-20 is our score here at halftime. When we come back, Malik and Donovan will talk stats and, of course, college basketball and NBA coming up in just a moment. We'll be right back right here on the Grambling Sports Radio Network and GSU TV.
It's now time for the Monroe, Washita chapter of the Grambling University National Alumni Association Ezra Burton Insurance and Retirement Cash Giveaway. We have two $25 prizes to give away. Get out your tickets. You have to be present to win. And the winning numbers are 869121, 869121. Hurry down, 869121. The second winning number, 370235. 370235. Hurry down to the scores table to claim your prize.
Okay, I'm reloaded.
I say I came to the club with that loud on.
Goes a long way. When you have home court advantage, more people are into the game. More people actually come out for the game. More people are actually, paying attention and aware of every little detail that's happening. So to be able to have that home court advantage, even for just another extra game, is something that a lot of teams would love to have.
Well, we got an update on the scores on the women's side. Alabama, I should say, first of all, this is women's scores. Valley beat Arkansas Pine Bluff by the score of 82-63. So that means they go to 5-13, and Arkansas Pine Bluff goes to 2-16. Grambling, of course, beat Alabama A&M 71-61. So that means Grambling goes to 12-6. Alabama A&M goes to 8-10. It's about ready for halftime to end here at the Frederick C. Hamby Assembly Center. On the women's side, Jackson beat Alabama A&M. And so that means Jackson goes to 12-6. And Alabama State then now drops to 10-8. So that's a tough loss there if you're Alabama A&M, or Alabama State rather. Only game that we're trying to find out now is Southern and Texas Southern, because if Texas Southern loses, Grambling is guaranteed that fourth slot. Grambling with the basketball to start the second half. And it's going to be a foul coming up on Alabama A&M.
Going to be against Walter Jones Jr. His first. He was in disbelief when he got that foul called.
Free throw coming up for Dallas Polk Hilliard. First one is up and good.
Polk Hilliard shooting around 70% from the free throw line. Alabama A&M basketball.
And I think they had ended up calling a timeout. And they did, 30-second timeout. It's going to be a full timeout, so we're going to take a break as well. Full timeout. We'll take a timeout. 32-20, Grambling on top. 19:45 remaining here in this ball game. We'll take a timeout. We'll be right back.
We're testing technology that helps keep you centered in your lane. Boys, knock it off. It's great for long drives or family road trips. Is that a confetti cannon? That's it. Pull over. Big Al, give me the confetti.
Welcome back here to the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center here on the campus of GSU. 32-20 is our score. $19:45 remaining, and of course Alabama A&M took a timeout because they could not get the ball inbound.
That's what happens when you bring the pressure early and often. Everybody was on their assignment. Everybody was on their man. Not being able to find somebody. And that ball was almost stolen right there by Ivy Smith. Ball knocked out of there by Nigel Ribeiro, but it's going to stay right here with A&M.
Southern TSU game is still in progress right now. This is on the women's side. That game didn't start until 5:30. So we're trying to get a score and an update on that one. All the other games have gone final. Prairie View just absolutely dismantled Alcorn State. And with that, Alcorn State's season is over with on the women's side.
Basket up and good on the putback. That's Shaquille Seville for A&M. His first points of the game.
Dallas Polk with the basketball is backing down. Walter Jones, shot up, no good.
Too strong.
Xavier Part had to watch it. He was over the back. Shot up and good on the other side. Now 32-24. Ivy Smith Jr. with the basketball. Alex Empoyo now with it, out front. He'll take a couple of steps. Look, bounce pass inside to Xavier Park. Now to Nigel Ribeiro. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Ribeiro going inside, shot up, good. That's a tough shot. A lot of traffic on the inside, and for Ribeiro to get that shot off, pretty impressive. Nice back down there as the shot clock expired. That was number 20, Shaquille Seville.
I'm going to call a foul, though.
Shaquille Seville, 6'3", 203. I don't doubt the 6'3", just the 203 I doubt.
And that foul is going to be against Xavier Pert, his second, excuse me.
Right now, you don't believe this. Southern and Texas Southern tied at 30.
Oh, wow.
Close game there. If you're Grambling, unfortunately, you have to root for Southern. If the Texas Southern has that half-game lead over you, they're going to have to lose in order for you to get that 4th spot. Because everybody else in front of you has already won. Three-pointer on the way, up no good. Walter Jones with the rebound. Shot up and good on the other side, and that was Brandon Wright. right now has 4 points, and Grambling, their lead has been cut now to 7, with 17 minutes remaining here in the first half. Boy, really, Alabama A&M playing some tight defense now on Grambling.
Definitely kicking the pressure up now.
Three-pointer by Nigel Ribeiro, up no good. Rebound by Shaquille Seville. And here comes Alabama A&M. Near travel by Walter Jones. That shot up no good. Shaquille Seville goes back up for the shot. It's no good. Here comes Nigel Ribeiro.
Calms everybody down, trying to set play up now.
Ivy Smith Jr. Nice shot by Ivy Smith. Shot up no good, but he gets the rebound. Dallas Polk Hilliard goes up for the shot. It's no good. And Kennedy with the rebound for Alabama A&M. That shot partially blocked.
Big man Pert on the block.
Pert has this shot partially blocked. Or I should say gets the partial block there. And it's 34-27, still 15:45 remaining here in the first half. That's going to be a foul coming up on Alabama A&M. Prince Moss will check into the ball game. That foul is going to go on Shaquille Seville. Timeout on the floor with the score. Grambling on top 34-27, 15:43 left in the game. We'll take this timeout. We'll be right back. Is our score with 15:43 remaining here in the ball game. Santoria Black along with Donovan Travis, and for the Grambling State University Tigers, Ivy Smith doing a great job here of drawing contact.
Absolutely. He has eyes everywhere all the time. Some things you would be surprised he actually sees, and it's just crazy. I wouldn't be able to see it if I had 6 eyes. And he can spot it with just 2.
Yeah, well, the 2 I got, I don't know if I can see that either. I have to have several pair of glasses. Ivy Smith Jr. (36-27). Ball goes out of bounds off of Grambling, back to Alabama A&M. Now Prince Moss.
Getting a little tangled up now.
Yeah, Brandon Miller getting a little bit tangled up. Yep. Ivy Smith Jr. nearly stealing the basketball. Now getting it out to Kennedy. Nice move on the baseline. It's going to be a foul coming up.
It's going to be against Pert. It's going to be his 3rd.
It's going to be big.
That's crucial.
At first I thought he may call a travel, but then the way that he was set up.
From my vantage point, I thought he actually may have stepped out of bounds. So that's where my initial thought process was.
Going up for the shot. Good. That's Garen Sissom in the paint, going to the right side and putting it off the window. Sissom just going from the right elbow and going back to the right side and getting himself between the man and the ball.
Shot up, no good. Into the hands of Polk Hilliard. He goes up with it. No good. Devontae Jackson got the board. He's fouled, so he's going to head to the line.
Well, look at, I should say Dallas Polk Hilliard and Devontae Jackson. The reason that they were able to get that call, they had great positioning on the inside.
Absolutely. Got to be able to control the ball on the inside. Coming down with two hands with it. First free throw is good. Second shot in and out. A&M comes down with it.
37-29 our score.
Ball tipped into the hands of Andre Kennedy. He's going to get an and one.
Yep.
That ball hit about 3-4 people before it just wound up in the hands of Andre Kennedy.
Well, I tell you what, Kennedy is no joke.
Has 12 points in this ball game so far.
It is the second half. In the Southern Texas Southern game.
Ball tipped around into the hands of Devontae Jackson. And the ball
goes in.
Axel Empoyo and Devontae Jackson both went for the ball and just rolled into the hoop.
Near travel there. Nice job, Ivy Smith Jr. trying to get his hands inside on the ball. Here comes Kennedy. He goes in and gets, he misses the layup, but right there to fill it up is Garen Sissom, who gets the layup, or the rebound and the layup. 39-34, now down to a 5-point lead. Sissom now with 8 points in the contest. Kennedy with 12. Now Devontae Jackson with the basketball. He'll take the baseline, and it goes out of bounds off of Grambling back to A&M. Costly turnover there. Coach Jackson pleading his case, saying that there's no way that this should have been out on Grambling. Should have been a foul. Ivy Smith on the basketball. Block out of there on that shot. Walton Jones didn't get anything. Kennedy inside the system for the dunk, now down to a 3-point lead. 39-36. And they're going to get a timeout here. With 13:08 remaining here in the ball game. It's timeout Grambling. And boy, Alabama A&M has made one heck of a comeback. Well, if you are Grambling, you got to...
The official Grambling State University app is here, and the features make it 100 times easier for you to navigate through the semester. Get direct access to your grades, student email, your Tiger One card, news, the KGRM radio station, campus events, local weather, and more. There's even a map that'll show you exactly where you are on campus so that you can get to where you need to be. In your free time, you can stay up to date with the latest social media posts from the Grambling State University, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. So head over to the App Store and download the Grambling State mobile app today.
The The world-famed Tiger Marching Band presents Click It or Ticket. Drive sober or get pulled over.
(39-36) the score. Grambling on top. Here's Avi Smith Jr. going to the hole and getting the bucket. Maybe that's the spark that they need right there. Kennedy now with the basketball, and he'll give it up to Evan Wiley, the junior from Huntsville. Now he gets it out to Brandon Wright. Wright gets the ball partially knocked out of there. And out of bounds goes Ivy Smith, and it goes back to Alabama A&M. And now one of the assistant coaches talking to the official, and you know when the official holds up the hand, that means that the conversation is over.
Oh, yeah. One more wrong word, turns into a T.
And that's going to be a shot clock violation, Grambling basketball. Shot up, no good. And in with the rebound. A near steal. Brandon Wright comes away with the ball. Three-pointer on the way, up and good by Walter Jones. 41-39, now a two-point ball game. And this was once a 10-point lead.
This is what we talked about at halftime. Just because you have a 10-point lead or however big of a lead you might have at halftime, it can be gone in a flash. So you cannot let up at all.
A.J. Gaston for three.
Comes right back down with a three of his own. Gonna pause to fix the net a little bit.
Coach Jackson telling everybody to get in position, make sure you know who you got. Ivy Smith trying to turn Brandon Wright back to his right hand. Kennedy now will drive the baseline. Goes up, loses the ball, it goes out of bounds, and back to A&M.
Good job by Ivy Smith to swat it out of there. So now we got 9 seconds on the shot clock.
11-12 remaining in the ball game. 44-39 our score. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to GSU Basketball on the Grambling Sports Radio Network and watching it live on GSU TV. Welcome back here to the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center here on the campus of Grambling State University. Grambling Tigers right now on top of Alabama A&M 44-39.
You know, looking at the stat sheet,
Bulldogs ball out of bounds.
This game has been pretty even all across the board. Points in the paint, Alabama A&M has the advantage 28-26. They have the advantage in points off turnovers 9-7. Grambling has the edge, though, in second chance points 11-6.
A&M with the basketball. Nice block there by Devontae Jackson, and there's another block, and coming away with it is Prince Moss. Bad pass.
A&M going the other way now.
Kennedy looking, shooting. Shot up, no good. Nice job trying to get the rebound was Walter Jones, and he lost it. Grambling coming away with it. Ivy Smith Jr. controlling the basketball. Ivy Smith looked off the defender, getting it to Devontae Jackson. Nice job to tip out to Prince Moss. Now to A.J. Gasson for three.
A.J. Gasson for three.
What a job by Prince Moss getting it out to a wide open A.J. Gaston. And now we got a sub coming up. That's going to be Brandon Miller coming into the
returns to the lineup.
Taking out Evan Wiley.
Just great ball movement, great rotation. Being able to get A.J. Gaston wide open on the wing for that three.
Coach Dylan Howard, of course, is the interim basketball coach at Alabama A&M. He was named the coach in May. Spent some time at Morehead State as an associate head coach, as well as being an associate head coach at A&M before being named to the interim position. Shot is up, no good. Xavier with the rebound. 47-39, back out to an 8-point lead for Grambling. There's a lady behind us, boy. She is really, she is talking it up back there.
She's into the game, no doubt.
Sounds like she's tarrying for the Holy Ghost. Alabama A&M with the basketball. Oh, man, that ball just went out of the reach of Brandon Miller. That pass was way too high.
He got up, but he needed probably just a few more inches if you want to come down with it.
Yep, he's singing the song, I Wish I Was a Little Bit Taller. And, boy, I tell you what, Dylan Howard took that ball and he slammed it in the floor extremely hard after that turnover because, of course, they were down just by 2, and now they're down by 8 with Grambling having the basketball now.
Definitely, when you have the momentum and you're that close, the last thing you want to do is just let it all just fall by the wayside.
Coach Dante Jackson on the sideline for Grambling doing his best John Chaney impersonation, sweating out of his shirt. And then with the basketball, shot up by Houston, up, no good, foul coming up. And who is this going to be charged to? Oh, it's going to be charged to A&M.
The
That
Bulldogs
charge,
fall
that's
on
going to be
number
going
11.
against Brandon Wright.
Brandon Wright.
His third.
Tigers ball
And
out
that's
of
going to
bounds.
hurt A&M because they're a little thin at the guard.
Foul coming up.
Going to be a blocking foul.
Brandon Houston
That's going to
called
be
for the
against.
foul.
Going to be against the Brandon, but that's going to be Brandon Houston. It's going to be his first.
Ivy Smith with the ball. Oh, trying to get it inside to Xavier Parton, turn the ball over. And Kennedy going in and getting the bucket.
Basket by Kennedy.
(47-41) now. Ivy Smith nearly lost the ball.
Prince Moss for three. He fills it up.
That's what you need. Prince Moss.
Moss for three.
Andre Kennedy at the free throw line. He'll take a shot, and he fills it up as well.
50-43 now.
Basket by Kennedy.
Try as hard as Grambling may, as hard as they try to pull away with this thing, Alabama A&M is staying right there with them. Granted, the gap is not as close as it once was, but they're not just shying away.
Xavier Park with the basketball. Goes up for the shot. Oh, trying to get a little English on the basketball, no good. That's going to go against Brandon Houston.
On number 30, Brandon Houston.
Timeout
on the floor.
Timeout on the floor.
Who made me do it?
7:05 remaining
in
here
Tiger
in the
Village
ball
on Main
game,
Street.
and
It's
the
owned and
Grambling
operated
Tigers
by
still holding on to the lead. And later behind us, still talking about pressure.
G-Flex. Stop by after the game.
7:05 left. We'll take this timeout. We'll be right back here on the Grambling Sports
The
Radio Network
2019
and
Toyota
GSU.
SWAC men's and women's basketball tournaments return to the Magic City on Friday and Saturday, March 15th and 16th, as the league's top 8 teams look to bring home championship titles with 2 NCAA tournament berths on the line. You don't want to miss the fun-filled affair. It's scheduled to be held at the Bill Harris Arena at the Birmingham Crossplex. For more information, call area code 205-251-7573 or visit www.swac.org/Toyota SWAC Tournament.
Blueface, baby.
We're testing technology that helps keep you centered in your lane. Boys, knock it off. It's great for long drives or family road trips. Is that a confetti cannon? That's it. Pull over. Big Al, give me the confetti.
Santoria Black along with Donovan Travis, and Grambling is now back on the floor, and looks like the Tigers get ready to shoot some free throws here. Xavier Park going to the line. Well, Grambling, they got some good core of guys coming back next year. Got a few guys who are on the bench who were hurt, including Drake Wilkes. And then you've got AJ Gaston is coming back. Prince Moss is going to be coming back. So you got some guys that will be coming back here for the Grambling Tigers.
Absolutely. You got guys that are coming back, and you got to like the direction in which Grambling is headed. So even after this season, they're going to still be in the thick of things.
Three-pointer on the way, up good. And that was Brandon Miller canning that three-pointer, and it's a rare one for Alabama A&M. They're now 3 of 14 after that shot. It's now 51-46, back to a 5-point lead for the Grambling Tigers. Nigel Ribeiro looking on the inside, getting it to Xavier Park. He's one-on-one now, and it's going to be a blocking foul. I'm a little confused on that call myself. And it was looking like, what was that?
I think that's one of those cylinder calls. You can't be in player's cylinder.
Yeah. That's a good call because, you normally don't see a lot of that. And the free throw missed. Alabama A&M with the basketball, 6:12 remaining in the game. Here's Kennedy with the shot, up no good. Rebound by A.J. Gaston, 51-46 is our score. Nice spin move by Nadra Barrel, goes in and gets the bucket.
Little man making big moves. Shaquille Seville able to get 2 points for A&M now, 53-48.
Back to a 5-point deficit now for A&M.
5:18 left to go in this ball game.
A.J. Gaston with the basketball, driving, spinning, shooting, and he can't get the bucket. Axel Empoyo nearly got that dunk on the putback. Shot up, no good. Shaquille Seville on the putback, it's no good. And boy, I tell you what, Xavier Park thought about that long pass down to Axel Empoyo. Timeout called by the official to wipe up some sweat on the floor. $18 seconds left on the shot clock. Kennedy now in the game with Brandon Miller. Also, Walter Jones, Brandon Wright, and Shaquille Seville. Nice shake there by Devontae Jackson, and he gets the bucket. 55-48, back to a 7-point lead now for Grambling. That was just a great one-on-one play by Devontae Jackson. Shot up by Shaquille Seville, good.
They're going to keep attacking that inside.
Now A.J. Gaston gets it to Dallas Polk Hilliard to Prince Moss. Shot up, no good, foul coming up. Time on the floor, Grambling on top 55-50. That's the third foul on Shaquille Seville. We'll take this timeout. You're listening to the Grambling Sports Radio Network and watching it live on GSU TV. Back here at the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center, 55-50 to score, 3:57 remaining in the ball game. That was the final media timeout. So now 3:57, again, still it's a world of time. If you're the Grambling Tigers, free throws here are important now by Prince Moss. And you know, I was just talking to Brian Howard, the sports information director, before the game. And when you look at what they did in that game against Alabama State, in which they needed to win big in that contest, they shot 60% from the field and over 90% from the free throw line.
Absolutely. Those are the things you're going to need as you're closing out. So you're definitely going to need to, you know, get everything in while you can. Another good thing is taking smart shots and being aggressive on the inside, so that's where a lot of that comes into play. Prince Moss makes the first free throw, now making this a 6-point lead for Grambling.
One more free throw coming up.
Prince Moss, a 67% free throw shooter. Drains both of them, and now it's a 7-point lead.
Alabama A&M trying to get inside. Grambling closing everything down in there. Kennedy just trying to get open, flashing for the ball. Here's a shot by Walter Jones, and it goes awry. Ball is on the floor, and looks like it's going to be a jump ball. Possession would go to A&M.
But A&M only has 1 second on the shot clock now, so they're going to have to inbound and get a shot up quick.
And one thing you don't want to do, you do not want to foul with 1 second left. You see everybody was scrambling for the ball, and you just don't want to foul. That's the only thing you don't want to do.
Clog the inside, make sure they don't get the easy 2 on the inside, especially with 1 second. All they got to do is just catch and shoot. You can force a bad shot here without fouling.
And that shot's not going to be even close. Shot clock violation.
Shot on the inside, Devontae Jackson gets it to go. 59-50 now, less than 3 minutes remaining here in the ball game.
Oh, A&M still moving that ball around. Three-pointer by Brandon Miller. I should say Brandon Wright is no good.
I knew you were going to do it one time.
Yep, I've done it once. A.J. Gaston with the basketball. Now back out to Nigel Barrow. 2:17 left to go in the ball game, and there's 14 left on the shot clock. Devontae Jackson inside, good. Back to an 11-point lead now.
Continue
2 minutes.
Taking it to the inside.
Timeout, Alabama A&M. 1:56 remaining in the ball game. And it's a 30-second timeout.
The official Grambling State University app is here, and the features make it 100 times easier for you to navigate through the semester. Get direct access to your grades, student email, your Tiger One card, news, the KGRM radio station, campus events, local weather, and more. There's even a map that'll show you exactly where you are on campus so that you can get to where you need to be. In your free time, you can stay up to date with the latest social media posts from the Grambling State University Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. So head over to the App Store and download the Grambling State mobile app today.
Kara Parsons, 14 points, 15 rebounds, and a steal in that ball game. And Valley, they ended the season by beating Arkansas Pine Bluff by the score of 82-63. They assured themselves the spot in the tournament. They're now the 8th seed, it looks like. Shot up, no good by Alabama A&M. Here comes Nigel Barrow. He pushes the ball to force Alabama A&M to come back and defend, and then they bring it out high. 1:33 remaining in the ball game. Ball tip, and Ivy Smith gets the ball back. 9 seconds remaining. Ivy, shot, no good. Ball tip and good.
Right place, right time. Dallas Polk Hillier seizing his moment on the putback. Coming baseline. There's going to be a foul coming up. Most likely going to be against Ivy Smith Jr. Yep, that's going to be his first of the ball game.
Well, for Alabama A&M, they will end the season, unfortunately, on a low note. They will go 4-14 on the season in the conference. Grambling now moves to 10-8, barring a miracle.
First free throw up and good.
What that really means is that guess who you can see back here on Tuesday night? Alabama State. To play the men. Losing that game goes to 9-9, and I believe that may put them back in the 6th spot. Grambling, I think, may get the 3 spot, which means that they'll play each other on Tuesday night. We'll try to get an official word before the end of the evening. Timeout Grambling, 54 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Grambling had trouble getting it past half court, so now when they come back, they're going to need to get it back in 3 seconds.
Taking a look at the men's scores. Pine Bluff did what they needed to do. They stop a very hot Mississippi Valley team. They won 91-57. So Pine Bluff goes to 10-8. Jackson on top of Alabama State 68-47 in the second half. Prairie View demolished Alcorn 98-64. None of the games are really close. All of them are double-digit wins here. Jackson wins at Jackson's still up 68-50. So Alcorn, they're going to fall to 6-12, and I think they'll get into the tournament now.
That ball almost stolen. We're going to stay right here with Grambling.
Nigel Ribeiro slicing through everybody, going up and can't get the shot. Devontae Jackson right there gets the bucket.
Hoop and the harm.
65-52 now the score, 42 seconds remaining in the ballgame. And look at that, Nigel Ribeiro just going in, couldn't draw the foul, but Devontae Jackson right there.
Slicing and dicing.
.67% from the free throw line, and Devontae Jackson gets the first one, and A.J. Gaston now comes into the ball game. And one last time, the Little General comes out of the ball game.
Definitely has left his mark here at Grambling State University.
No question. Five coming up on Grambling.
Andre Kennedy's going to be sent to the line. He now has 20 points on the day. Able to complete the three-point play. 32 seconds remaining here in the ball game. 66-55 is the score right now. Grambling on top. No hurry to do anything, really.
Not at all. 21 seconds left, the 2-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. About to close it out here. Tigers. Ball was snatched out of AJ's hands, but unfortunately he was the last to touch it. A&M basketball, 9 seconds left. A&M with the basketball, Brandon Wright. Now he gets it over to Sism. Three-pointer on the way for A&M. It's good. Brandon Miller. Final score 66-55.
58 after the three.
Yep, 58 after the three. And so now the Grambling Tigers will move to 12-6. awaiting the outcome of the Southern and Texas Southern ball game later on this evening to find out what's going to happen in the tournament. We'll take this time out. When we come back, we'll talk to head coach Dante Jackson here at the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center. We'll take this time out. We'll be right back.
The official Grambling State University app is here, and the features make it 100 times easier for you to navigate through the semester. Get direct access to your grades, student email, your Tiger One card, news, the KGRM radio station, campus events, local weather, and more. There's even a map that'll show you exactly where you are on campus so that you can get to where you need to be. In your free time, you can stay up to date with the latest social media posts from the Grambling State University, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. So head over to the App Store and download the Grambling State mobile app today.
The world-famed Tiger Marching Band presents Click It or Ticket. Drive sober or get pulled over.
Welcome back to the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center here on the campus of Grambling State University. The Grambling Tigers win it by the score of 66-58. Joined here at courtside now by head coach Dante Jackson. And Coach Jackson, you talked about making sure that you finish strong. Got a big win tonight against Alabama A&M.
Definitely a big win. Today, I don't know, we just didn't have our best game, but I felt like after we shot the ball 67% the other night, I was just hoping we had some more bullets in the gun. And, we just came out a little slow today. And, at the end of the day, we're just happy we got the win.
Prince Moss, another big night for him, 14 points, 7 rebounds. And then Devontae Jackson with 14 points and 5 rebounds. You don't see the guys like Avi Smith. He didn't lead in points with Dallas Cole-Killiard. But those are the two guys you think about. If you got to have somebody to step up, those are the guys you want to do it.
Prince and Devontae came in and played really well. They gave us that spark right in the second half. Devontae scored well. Prince hit a big-time 3-4s. So right now, we just, want to keep it being consistent. And it's great to win when two of your best players have an off night.
Yeah, absolutely. And then the other thing that I thought was impressive was the bench play. 38 points off the bench to 15. That's always big.
Always big. And, that's one thing we switched the starting lineup because we weren't getting bench points. And we told Devontae he got to come off the bench and score. And he got to be aggressive. He was trying to facilitate and pass through double teams early. We need you to score.
Yeah.
We got to score. So you're doing a good job on defense. We need you to put the ball in the hole.
Absolutely. Well, now you got to play the waiting game and find out what happens on Tuesday night.
That's the main thing. So we'll figure it out. We'll wait and see who our draw is. The good thing is it's a home game.
Absolutely. And looking at things right now, the only game that's left is Southern and Texas Southern. Everybody else is final. Jackson won tonight. Prairie View won tonight. Let's see, who else? Let's see. Yeah, Jackson won tonight. Prairie View won tonight already. I think Jackson's still playing right now, but they're up on top. And then Texas Southern and Southern playing right now. So looks like you guys will have the front seat for here at home for a big game.
Well, that's the good thing. That's the most important part. You work all year to really be able to take this home game and do a good job of getting into the conference tournament. So, goal one is we wanted to finish this out right. Second part is win this game at home. So we'll wait for the draw, and We'll get to working.
Well, we'll be here. Coach, thanks so much.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
All right. Final score is 66-58 for our Grambling Sports Radio Network crew. We will be back here in just a minute for the GSU TV. We will see you coming up on Tuesday when Grambling Basketball will be on the air. We'll see you then. Always remember, one nation, one people, peace. We'll be right back here on the radio network.